that's enough thumbnails. Yeah, I've just had the marvelous idea to start taking the thumbnails like as an actual picture instead of like going through frame by frame in the video and trying to find one that isn't grotesque. So yeah, look forward to better thumbnails, I guess. Hi everyone, it's Fran. As you can see, we're in a new location today. I thought I would try something new out. Yeah, so I have a book haul, and I almost didn't make this video because I was like, well, when I do my wrap up, like, they'll see the new books anyway, and they'll get to hear more about how good they are and what they're about. So, sorry. I have a virgin mojito. I think that's gonna be my new thing, is making virgin drinks. Like, that's gonna be, see, everyone's gotten bored of quarantine projects. Quarantine is about to end, and this is gonna be my quarantine project because I haven't had one yet, other than starting a garden and stuff. But this is like the one where I'm like, this is like the quirky quarantine project. Yeah, and I'm drinking it with this gorgeous reusable boba straw. That I got off of Etsy. But anyway, I don't know, I figured like people will hear about the books anyway, and then I was like, well, yeah, I figured I might as well make a haul because I got a couple of books recently. Yeah, so I guess I'll just get right into it. So the first thing that I got is called People of the Book by Geraldine Brooks. It says Pulitzer Prize winning author of March. So did this win the Pulitzer Prize? I don't think so. I think she's just a Pulitzer Prize winning author. And this is about, I know that this sounded very academia-y, which is why I picked it up. This wasn't on my TBR, but it was a situation where I was in Half Price Books, like selling books, and I was like, well, like, I kind of want to, I don't know, I was like, I kind of want to like loiter around here more because a lot of the people there are like my age and seem kind of cool. So I'm like, maybe if I loiter around enough, they'll like start to notice me and talk to me. Yeah, this is the point we're at in quarantine. So this is about an Australian rare book expert who has been offered a job, analysis and conservation of the famed Sarajevo Haggadah, and it's like this basically this gorgeous, really old Jewish text, and it's about her unlocking the book's mysteries. I was like, that sounds so freaking cool. I love everything that's like fiction about like academics doing super exciting shit. Like this sounded basically like a female Indiana Jones kind of story. So we'll see if it actually turns out like that, but I'm super excited for it, and the cover is honestly very pretty, so I figured I would pick it up. And then I got Tell Me How You Really Feel by Amina May Safi. And I don't know a ton about, I mean, you can tell by the cover, this is obviously a romance. I don't really know a lot about it, except that it's an enemies to lovers story, which is like my all-time favorite trope. Like, I can't get enough of it. So yeah, it's a very simple, like, enemies to lovers love story. I'm not sure, actually, if this is a young adult or adult fiction, but oh, cool. Apparently the author is a big feminist, so that's very cool. Yeah, so also another one with a really pretty cover. So I'm gonna need this after reading my current read, which I guess I'll get into that one next. So my current read, this is like a very intimidating looking book. I swear it's not that intimidating though, but this is Manufacturing Consent, The Political Economy of the Mass Media by Edward S. Herman and Noam Chomsky. I added this to my TBR after I saw a YouTube video. I think it was by Edward S. Herman. It could have been by Chomsky instead, though. Oh my god, that's so good. But yeah, I saw a YouTube video by one of these two gentlemen, and I was like, oh my god, he gets it. Like, he gets it. Like, kind of, I guess, like, summed up a lot of things that, like, I felt I'd been observing in society, and he, like, put them in kind of, like, a bigger context so that I better understood them. So, this, so far, I would say I'm almost halfway through this, because you can see, like, it looks like a really thick book, but a lot of this is like, well, not quite that much, but, no, wait, yes, that much. Oh my god. Yeah, literally, like, this much of it right here, this is all citations and appendix. So, it actually isn't that long. It's about, like, 300 pages, and, so far it's been pretty chilling, honestly. It isn't really, like, particularly a surprise. And it is a little bit, I would say, outdated, because this edition that I have is from 2002, so it's not up to date with, like, current politics or anything like that, but a lot of this stuff is still applicable, and obviously, like, atrocities don't really, like, age out. Like, an atrocity that happened in, like, the 1990s is still an atrocity, no matter how much time has passed. But a lot of this, was shit that I had never even heard of. And there is some really, really graphic stuff in it. So that's why I'm like, I will need these lighthearted books after I'm through with this one, because this is honestly just a lot. What does make it easier to read is that the authors are super, super passionate, and they are not afraid to, like, be, I don't want to say sassy, but, like, that is what it is like, they're, like, very sassy when they're writing. Like, I think there's, like, one point where they're like da 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 happened, and the media followed, like, good little doggies or something like that, and I was like, like, I don't know, you can't put that in, like, a school paper, and that's what this, like, this looks like a very academic text, but they really don't hold back in their passion about the topic. Also very interesting is that, like, Herman is a professor of finance, and Chomsky is a professor in linguistics and philosophy, so the philosophy makes more sense, but, like, you know, it's not like they're poli-sci majors or anything like that, or poli-sci professors, I should say. So, yeah, this has been a lot so far. If you're American, it's probably really important that you pick yourself up a copy of this, though, because this is, like, a very good, I would say, illustration of how, like, of how propaganda works in America. And it's a really, really, I would say personally, like, for me, this is pretty accessible. So it's a very accessible explanation of the way that, like, we are propagandized. Is that a word? We're propagandized in this country. But yes, I'm, like, halfway done with this, and it's very good so far. Very heavy though, so you can't read too much at once. And then I got The Trumpet of the Swan by E.B. White. I just got this because, again, like, I've been reading more, like, children's literature lately, and felt an urge to reread this. I read this when I was very young, and I really enjoyed it. This was, like, one of my favorites, so I don't know, I've been meaning to reread it for a while, and I didn't own a copy, so I got one. This, if you don't know, is about a swan who learns to play the trumpet, and he learns to speak by writing on a chalkboard, and it's just about his, like, adventures. I remember he, like, stays in hotels and stuff, and there's, like, when he stays in the hotel, he, like, fills up the bathtub and he sleeps in the bathtub. So very cute, like, little animal story. And then, the last thing that I picked up, this one, I got this. This is actually the book that has been on my TBR for the longest, and a girl recommended this to me, when I was in undergrad, and I just never got around to reading it. But Izzy, if you're out there, I'm finally getting around to reading your favorite book, and that is Running with Scissors by Augustin Burroughs. This is just a memoir. I didn't realize it was a memoir. I don't really know who Augustin Burroughs is, so I'm not really sure what to expect from this or anything. Again, though, it's got a really pretty cover. So yeah, finally, I'm excited to... Ooh, look at this review. As funny as it is twisted. Alright. Didn't think of it as being a twisted thing. I figured it would be very wholesome. Even if I don't like it, I'm excited to finally get this off of my TBR. So yeah, these are all of the books that I've picked up within the past month-ish. I haven't really broken into them that much. Like I said, the only one that I've started is Manufacturing Consent. I haven't finished any of these. And I feel like once I get through Manufacturing Consent, I'll be able to work through these pretty quickly. But yeah, as it stands, I've been reading pretty slowly lately. I hope everyone's well. She, and by she, I mean me, has just been going fucking through it. I've been going through it lately. So I'm hoping that some of these books can kind of distract me and help me to feel a little bit better. I've been thinking actually about possibly making a video just about, like, I don't want it to be too personal because I don't like the thought of people, like, knowing very personal things from me if we haven't met in real life before, and then it's like, well, what if I meet them later in life and then they already, like, know so much about me? Like, that's very kind of, like, crooked to me. But I've been thinking about making a video just about, like, the state that we're at in quarantine and kind of the expectation to be fine. And I don't know, I think it might be the seasons change a little bit, but it feels like there's kind of this, and maybe it's also, like, coming from, like, my personal life, but it feels like there's this, like, expectation to be fine. And it sucks when it's like everything is green outside and it feels like everybody is talking about, like, okay, like, it's time for things to go back to normal, like, it's time for everything to be, like, fine again. And then it's like, well, like, I'm not fine. It's been weird, and honestly, really, I've just been in a lot of pain lately, honestly. Anyway, yeah, so that is the haul. That is it for this video. I will see you all next time, and I hope that you give yourself some love today. Thanks. Bye.